$1,000 subscribers. Wow. I just wanted to come on here and say just a huge thank you to everyone who watched my video there and enjoyed it. And I feel like really dumb making this video, but it really does kind of feel like a milestone in just the reception that it got. I recorded that video after just a long day of just shooting some stuff for myself, and I was really tired, but I had a few things I wanted to say about the S5 because of the content I was creating and how seamless it felt using the camera. I just wanted to gush about it a little bit. I didn't expect for that video to do well. I just wanted to put something out there. So thank you for that. And I think this video is really going to be just some housekeeping things. So if you're just working on something, listen to this like it's a podcast. I read pretty much all your comments, if not most of them. And there was a lot of amazing responses and some constructive criticism. One of them being my influencer microphone. I've switched over to the Sennheiser Mkiix 600. I love this mic, and it's very directional, and I don't know if this is peaking or not. Another thing has to be, and this is just from me, I just spoke incredibly fast, and I really had no train of thought, so I'm going to try to slow it down from now on, but I feel like getting straight to the point about things is important. I don't want to BS you during any of this. I really enjoyed the questions I was asked, or the recommendations I got. I never thought that would ever happen, because honestly, I feel like I've just been flying through the seam of my pants. I think that's the phrase. Throughout my whole career, seemingly I've been doing that. And the idea that I had people asking me how I did it, honestly, I don't know. It just, I watched YouTube videos. I've been creating YouTube videos for the past 10 years on and off. Throughout college, I did some gaming content, fell off a little bit. Then I got into videography full time. Through that, I watched so much videography content. It was ridiculous. There was a moment of time where every day I'd watch at least like 3 hours worth of what camera should I buy in 2019 kind of videos. How do I achieve f1.8 outside? I had no idea what a variable ND filter was, and I wasn't even that young. That's embarrassing. So yeah, like I always just been sitting on the sidelines of the YouTube sphere, and have always kind of been itching to jump into it, and have been always kind of just afraid of creating content, because why is anyone, I'm just a guy, and I don't think I have anything valuable to add. I'm not saying that the content I'm going to create is going to be groundbreaking by any means, but it's just going to be more stuff for you to watch. And I think that when I'm working on a project, if I'm on Lightroom editing some photos, I just love having something on. So I hope this does it for you. So real quick, I first got my taste for the filmmaking itch back in, I think 2013, when the first Avengers movie came out. And as dumb as this sounds, I went to go see it in high school with my brother and a few friends, and it blew me away. Since then, it's just, I went to college for television and film, and then kind of fell off the game a little bit. And then 2019 came around, pre-pandemic. I started dabbling in it a little bit more. Someone really inspired me to just take it and run. And so I did that. And in 2020, COVID happened. Everything went digital. Everyone wanted video, and they're like, "Oh, Jeremy does a video or two. We'll get him to film something." My first big contract came when I did a bunch of these virtual job fair things. I charged $150 per video, and I was there for 2 hours shooting. I did like 30 of them, and if I could go back in time, I'd slap myself because that was ridiculous. But it was through that I bought my Blackmagic Pocket 4K, and that completely changed my life in the way I started taking filmmaking more seriously. I dropped, DSLRs, went for the Blackmagic, got the GH5, and then the S5, and then now the S5 Mark IIX. It's been a pretty crazy ride. I had incredibly horrible social anxiety, and I think maybe a lot of you can relate. I didn't know what was wrong with me for a long time, until maybe 2 years ago. when I finally got diagnosed formally with just anxiety. This is where a little bit of the vulnerable stuff is going to come, is right now. And I really hated talking to people, and I really was second guessing my career choice and all this stuff. And I was so depressed, but I kept going and kept pushing through that, but it never really changed the way I felt about going out and shooting something or meeting new people. It just made me so nervous. I don't know if there's still a stigma towards being medicated. I'm just watching The Sopranos now, and there's a whole part about Tony being medicated for his anxiety, depression, and how back in the 90s, it was such a stigma to be medicated. But I, this year, started taking anti-anxiety medication, and it changed my life. I started, not second guessing myself nearly as much as I used to, which I think second guessing and being super self-critical is a valuable asset to have when creating, because you won't slouch on yourself. But I think I've been managing to have that balance of self-reflection and confidence. And that's led me to start creating for myself a little more, getting rid of some of that self-doubt that I had to just put content out. This really is just a huge milestone for me. It's not Mr. Beast levels worth of growth, but it certainly is a start of something totally new. This is where I want to talk to you, just you a little bit, you who's working right now on their project and they just need some background audio, cleaning the house, going for a walk, and you just have this playing in the background. I want you to start creating for yourself too. And you might be busy. You might be incredibly busy with client projects up the wazoo. Take those client projects and make content out of the client projects. Take screen grabs and talk about your process. Just start making stuff for yourself. And I'm saying this because I realize how insanely self-gratifying it is. A lot of people script and make a whole production out of it, and you don't really have to do that. It is good to have bullet points. This is another one where I'm just talking. So one more time, thanks again for the support. I think every major milestone, I'll create a very sentimental video like this to commemorate it, because it just feels so crazy. I hope you stick along for the journey. Again, feel free to send me messages, comment, and let me know, as YouTuberese as sounds, what you want to see next, because I'm always up for ideas. I have a bunch in the noggin. I want to hear what you want to see. So start creating, and hopefully I'll catch you in the next one.